Ouch! Well, you can see how the treated lumber has affected this. This was right where there was a screw, right there. You can see how it ate it all up. Same with that one. Well, there was no screw there. That just ate a hole in it. Here's another one right there. Another one all along here. That's why you shouldn't use aluminum underneath treated lumber. You can use copper, sheet copper, like copper flashing, but yeah, that's gonna be a little pricey. It's much less expensive to use that Tarco Easy Base stuff that I was talking about earlier. That you, it's basically a self-adhesive underlayment that you put underneath rolled roofing. There you have it. So, got the rim joist exposed. Well, the area where the rim joist goes. And then I can put a screw in over here. And I'll use that to establish my string line that goes from there down the other end, because this surface right here is the inside of the outer board that goes on the end of the floor joist like this. So I can take this and project that all the way down the end of the house, and then that will be the inside edge of these posts right here. I'm going to take those out. I got my concrete cookies over there that I'm going to put in the bottom, and then that's going to be the base for each one of the posts. It'll be five posts along here, roughly approximately 6 feet apart, and that's going to be the supporting area for the posts that go up to the roof. No matter how you try to get this stuff on there straight, you always end up with a wrinkle in it somewhere, but oh well, that's the way it goes. Once I get some fasteners in there, there won't be any wrinkles at all. It's all going to be smashed down flat. Get it up underneath that J channel, which most likely is all going to come off anyway, but I'll put it on there right now. Oh, I see there's some sand splashed up on this underlayment here. I'm gonna go get a broom, get that off of there so the stuff will stick real good. Oh boy, look what happened here. Shoot. Well, come on, man. There we go. I think this stuff is like cellophane tape, like that packaging tape. You get one little nick in the edge of a roll of packaging tape, and all it wants to do is split on that same spot every time. So my utility knife here, which I prefer the fixed blade style, at least for construction work, because you're not fiddling around trying to get that thing to come open. It was gray when it came from the factory, the original paint color, and boy, I'll tell you what, I seemed like I was losing that thing all the time. Could not keep track of it. No matter what I did, I was always losing that knife. So then I got smart and I decided, hey, why don't you paint it a bright color so you can see it anytime. So that's what I did, and it worked great. So now I have a nice brightly colored utility knife that I can see wherever I go. There we go. And put a happy staple there. Another one down here. That'll be good enough. All right, so I got my laser set up down here. I just screwed it to the old post right there. You can, I don't know, hopefully see that. Turned it on. And then I'm transferring it over to the wall. And I thought, you know, how am I going to do this so I can actually see that mark? And what I decided to do is use some of this blue painter's tape, put on the wall. But even that's kind of dark. It's really hard to see. I don't know if you can see that. The mark is right there, but it's very hard to see in the daylight. So I thought, hey, why don't I do this? I'll take a piece of scrap trim that I just cut off and put it up there like this, and now I can take the red line here and just transfer it over to the blue tape. Now this one looks like I can see the mark right there, so I'm just going to go ahead and make that, and then go over here, and there you can see the red line right there, hopefully. And then I'm going to make the mark just like that. So now I've got the marks all made up here, 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 and I put blue painter's tape all the way down the house. So I'll take the laser and set it up again and just keep transferring that mark down there. I'm going to do it with the laser first, make all the marks down through there all the way to the end. Then I'm going to go back and I'm going to check it with my super nice mahogany carpenter's level or mason's level, whatever you want to call it. Just as a sanity check and make sure that the laser and the actual good old-fashioned Y2K compatible non-electronic level agree. So that's where we're gonna go. So off camera, I'm going to go ahead and finish this laser line down here and then double check it with the bubble level, and then I'm going to go back and grab some materials, 2x10x10s and a 2x10x12. We're going to get those munkers put up in here and get my faucet put back on so that we can have water out here because I got to get my drip irrigation fired up. We have had very little rain, and the last few days they've promised, oh, it's going to rain, it's going to rain, but all we got is drizzle. I mean, just a 1/10 of an inch here, 1/10 of an inch there, not enough to do a bit of good. So these gardens out here in the front all need water, and I've got my drip irrigation in there, so we'll get that going here soon. I'm just going to relieve that corner a little bit so that it goes tight up into the corner of the house. Okay, it says the fastener should be staggered in a W pattern across the ledger with spacing from the table staggered between the rows. So that should be pretty easy. 3 3/4 from the end, and I think it says 2 inches in from the bottom or top edge. So we'll use a speed square and do all that. Here's a 2-inch mark. And there we go. So I think I'm going to put one here and one here, and then we'll go 22 inches. I believe is what they said we can do. So there's 22. And then we'll go 11 on this one right here, and we'll run that all the way down. I want to make sure that those bottom lags go right into the sill plate of the house. So I'm going to measure down from here. I know that from this mark it's 13 inches down. So there's 13 inches down, and this is 6 inches down. So the distance from here to there to the center of the sill plate is 7 inches. So let's see where we're at here. If I'm going to hit that 7 right there, there's 7 inches. So we're pretty close. If I run that lag, just the diameter of the screw above that line, we will have the screw going right into the ledger. Oops. And I brought some blocks so we can use. Just take it all with us. And I got some wedges down here that we can use for height adjustment. It should be kind of slick. We'll put one right there. Another one right about here. Okay. So it looks like we're off about 3/4 of an inch down there, a little bit more on the other end. I like that. I'm McLovin' it. spin that baby right out of my hands. Well, that one's in. I'm going to go ahead, get the rest of these put on there, and then I can drill my hole and get the faucet put back on. Okay, this mark is my faucet down to there. Give me a board to sit on. So from the top of the ledger to that mark, 6 1/4. And this says that I'm down 8 inches from that mark. So 6 1/4, between 6 1/4 and 8, that is 1 3/4 inches. So I need to come down 1 3/4 inches on this here board, I do believe. There's 1 3/4 inches. And I take this, I'm going to mark that, transfer this line straight down the easy base over here, like that. Go from there to there, and then bring that down. So it should be this upper hole, upper mark, right there. I hear a bee or something. I hear a bee. So right there is where I need to put this. I'm going to go just at a ever so slight angle upwards. Before I do that, I'm going to check and make sure that I'm not too big in diameter. I may have to go smaller. That was 1 1/4 inch hole saw. I got to make sure that I'll still have room to put my screws in there. There is not going to be much room. Not a lot. Well, let's see how this bad boy fits in there. Got some dirt in it. Okay, that doesn't fit very well. Take this hole saw, I'm going to kind of go down at an angle a little bit this way, and we're going to lean that out a little bit. If it wasn't for that offset in there, aha, there we go. Lovely. Okay, look at that. We're back in business. Yeah, I'm pretty much right there, 4 foot. I still got the concrete block in the bottom of there. On my back porch, the guy used just a decorative stepping stone instead of these 3.5 inch or 4 inch concrete cookies. He just used a little 1.5 inch stepping stone about 12 inches in diameter and threw them in there. He did the same thing over here. I can't imagine what it would have been like to dig the basement for this thing. Could you imagine digging an 8 or 9 foot hole in literal beach sand? This is what this stuff is. I mean, there's no gravel, there's no rocks, there's nothing. It is just sand, pure sand. I mean, he would have had to dig this hole 12 feet wide all the way around, wider than it should be, all the way around, just to be able to get down 8 feet without the thing caving in completely. Well, now it's starting to drizzle. See if I can get her out. Now, isn't that pretty? Look at that nice concrete stepping stone. So, if you'll notice, this right here, this is nothing more than a decorative 2-inch thick, cheesy little stepping stone you'd put in your garden. Now let's compare that. Diameter about the same. Look at the difference in thickness. Basically half the thickness of that one. This is lousy contractor work here. This is applied OCD, do it yourself, the right way, right here. So, next time you think about hiring somebody to do a job for you, this is what's going to happen when you're at work making lots of money, so you can pay this contractor the righteous bucks to do the job. Meanwhile, he's cutting corners just like that. And that's what's getting put in the ground, and you'll never see it. That's why I don't have anybody do anything at my house. Never. Until I'm physically incapable of doing things, I am going to do it myself. Oh, that's the worst part about this when it gets down this deep, is you run out of handle. Well, that one's good. There you go. Another lousy patio block. A stepping stone. That's what the guy put in here. Talk about lousy workmanship. There you have it. So this is my 4-foot mark right here. 2.5. No, wait a minute. No. 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4. Oh well. Keep digging. %60 done. 2 more. There and there. One more to go. My back's starting to hurt. Whew. This is heavy scoopfuls. It's right by my rain gutter where the water comes out from the downspout. And I think this ground right here is just very saturated, but on the other hand, it makes it nice because the dirt doesn't sift through the opening of the clamshell when it's shut. I can pick up a full bite, which means it's heavier, which means it's harder to do. Ooh, that's very wet. But I have to say, the posts that I took out, they look brand new. I mean, you wash the dirt off the bottom of them and there is no rot at all. They're the AC2 rated for ground contact. The ones I bought for this job are the they're rated for agricultural use or something like that. Wonder what that is. I wonder if what I'm running into is a little pile of washout from the concrete truck. Probably something that they had out, washed it out here in the yard, and then pushed it back in the hole when they backfilled the basement. Because I don't know, this thing's pretty big. Either that or it's a big natural rock. I don't know how far down it is. It's 42 inches. Well, that's all I'm going to get. There's a great big, it's actually flat as the bottom of the hole, some concrete or something down there at 42 inches, so I'm not going to dig that thing out. It might be the size of a refrigerator.